Welcome to Inside City Hall. I'm your host, Mayor Darrell Seymore, and today I'm here with Glenn Boyd at the Shoalo Airport. Glenn's our airport director. Hi, Glenn.
Good to see you, Mr. Mayor.
Glad to be here today. We're on-site location at the airport. We're here to introduce our new airline service, Boutique Air. Glenn, tell us a little bit about the change that's taken place here with Great Lakes, and now we have Boutique Air.
Well, we were fortunate to have Great Lakes providing service for a number of years, and as it turned out in this last selection with the U.S. DOT, Boutique was the firm that DOT selected. Their proposal was preferred over the Great Lakes proposal. So now we're with Boutique. We're real happy with Boutique. It's been going really, really well so far. We've had just outstanding success and good response from the local community and the flying public. We're really heartened by that. We want to keep this service for the citizens of not only Shoalo, but of the White Mountains, the greater White Mountains area. So we're really, really excited about their presence here, and we're looking forward to a long, good relationship with them.
That's great. One of the things that we really have to focus on as a city is we need to keep our ridership up through this year, because we're kind of under the radar with FAA and keeping our air service here. So it's important that we do a good job and we get this community to support us in our efforts here.
Right. And anyone that wants to travel to Phoenix, we really hope that they'll consider this as an alternative to their traveling. It's much faster. They can fly from here to Phoenix or from Phoenix to here in about 45 minutes instead of 3.5-hour drive. It's obviously a lot more convenient, and it makes a lot of difference to the local community. If we can keep that ridership up and keep those passengers up, we'll be able to keep this service for the community.
That's great. Well, we appreciate what you're doing here. We're going to take a little tour. We're going to go inside. We're going to introduce Truett Davis, the CEO here that's working with Boutique Air, as well as take a look at the airplane and some of the things we have inside. So come on in and let's take a tour. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're here inside the terminal. I've got Truett Davis, the security director with Boutique, and kind of share with us a little bit of your background and where you came from a little bit, Truett.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you again for having us here and for welcoming Boutique with open arms. And I'm originally from the Midwest, from Kansas City, and moved out to California, went to college out there, and then took a job with Boutique Air, and I've always loved aviation, and met the CEO and heard the business plan and the model, and was just sold from the beginning. And then once I started to learn more about the EAS contracts and how the Pilatus is such a good fit for some of these communities, for example, Shoalo, it's really became appealing to me, and I so just about gave my parents a heart attack when I turned down a job in New York on Wall Street to come work for a startup airline, and it's been the best decision of my life.
So you've gone from Kansas City, being a Chiefs fan. They tried to recruit you as a 49er, and you said no to that.
No way.
And then you went from an investment fund that you developed in college,
yes, sir,
and a job there to come to do airplanes in Shoalo, Arizona. Fantastic. What a great fit. And there. So that's good. Tell us a little bit about the process somebody would go through when they came to fly with a Boutique Air. You know,
Absolutely.
from kind of a concept of maybe what your ticket sales are and what they would encounter here and where you actually fly into down at Phoenix.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the first process is booking the ticket, and that can be done, of course, on our website, and just as easily you can do that over the phone. And we do not charge any extra fee for making a reservation over the phone. And I think that's something that kind of holds true across our entire company is we're not trying to nickel and dime our passengers at all. There's no extra baggage fees. There's no unaccompanied minors fees. There's no change fees. And so, you know, you would book your ticket through any medium of either online, on the phone, through Travelocity, through Orbitz, Kayak, any of the travel agents. And then you arrive here at this great terminal and would walk right in through these doors and to our ticket counter here. And one of our very helpful customer service agents would be awaiting you. You would present your ID just like any other airport, and then check in. You know, you'd bring your bags here. We can check bags all the way through to Phoenix. You can also carry them on, and then you're checked in, and we'll proceed through. You're given your boarding pass, and we'll proceed on through TSA security, and then onto the plane from there, and And once in air, and it's about 30 to 40 minutes over to Phoenix, and then you will land in Terminal 2 in Phoenix, right next to where Great Lakes lands in, and then you're actually able to exit right from that location out to Terminal, the non-sterile area of Terminal 2, and right out to the parking lot. So it's actually a very convenient place for the passengers to get off the plane and actually on the plane as well.
Can I check my bags through, say if I'm going to Salt Lake, can I check my bags through here, or do I have to recheck them down at?
Unfortunately, at this point, you do have to recheck your bags, and that's one of our largest goals right now, is to establish baggage agreements and furthermore interline agreements. And then, that comes, I think we first focused on getting the security program up and running, as a lot of communities, first want that TSA security. But the bags are just as important to some people, and so we're very much working on that too. But that's just moving as quickly as possible.
Okay. One of the things that's important is for ridership that we maintain that. I appreciate what you guys have done in putting the bid together so that the city had an option, so that we had an avenue of being able to go, for our essential air service that we have. When we use those acronyms, sometimes people don't understand it, but the government actually helps subsidize their airfare so that we can maintain the service that we have. But we have to maintain a certain ridership, and we appreciate you guys coming in, making sure that you're enhancing the flights. I think looking at your schedule, you fly out of here every morning at 7:30 to Phoenix, Monday through Sunday, and then you have different flights from Phoenix back three times a day. So that's fantastic. It
well,
really
thank you. And I had a very unique perspective. I was able to work on the bid for Sholo, and really got to see how fortunate we are to have the government support, but also it's been really great to show how we've increased the numbers already, and in each city that since began operations, we've doubled the passenger traffic at least. So and we're right on track to do the same here.
That's great.
And it's really exciting to see the community appreciate the service.
We look forward to a long-term relationship here as a city, and hopefully our community will embrace your service here. That's great. We are outside of the actual airplane. Truett, why don't you share with us a little bit about the airplane that the people will be flying on, how many passengers and things that...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is a Pilatus PC-12 aircraft, Swiss-made, very new aircraft. They can be configured to have 8 to 9 seats. This is configured in the executive kind of private jet feel, and it has 8 seats. As the aircraft is very, very capable in terms of safety for weather operations, and also the engine here is a PT6 engine, is the most reliable engine in the world, and you often find a lot of pilots will tell you they'd rather have this single PT6 than 4 piston engines. And so very reliable, very safe, very new avionics, and as you'll see as we step on board, beautiful plane on the inside, and really top-notch.
Great.
Cool.
Well, let's go on inside and take a look and finish up our discussion in there, okay?
Great. Well, thank you.
This is a fantastic plane. You've got interaction with each other here. You've got your tables. I'm sure you don't serve drinks, but bring our own and have a good time, right?
Well, we will actually be serving drinks soon.
You will? Okay.
Yes, we will, and that's just with every new route, it takes a little while to get the in-flight beverage service going, but we do definitely supply good drinks and some snacks, and so customers will definitely have that opportunity here coming in soon in the future.
That's great. You don't feel like you're enclosed. You don't feel like you're in a real small plane, like you may have that claustrophobic effect. This is really open and really fantastic. This is my first time being in, and I'm impressed. It's really neat. You won't let me fly it, I'm sure, but we're going to have a good time here. Boutique Air is really where it's at in the city of Sholo right now. So if people will just get on board with us, come fly with us, and make it great. They have partnered with the city, as well as they want to be involved. They want to be part of our community. So let's support them. Let's keep it, because it is big for our airport. If we didn't have this essential service airline here, it would drastically affect our airport. And we have spent a lot of money. We have a lot of invested in aviation out here and we just recently have contracts with the federal government with improving our airport and taking power lines down. Millions of dollars have been spent out here. So it is a fantastic airport for the size of Shola.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and we're happy to be here. And thank you for welcoming us with wide open arms. And
It's great. Well, Truett, we hope it's a great relationship going forward.
Absolutely, and thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.